An artist's duty, as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the times. I think that is true of painters, sculptors, poets, musicians. As far as I'm concerned, it's their choice. But I choose to reflect the times and the situations in which I find myself.
Happy Hump Day, everybody.
Morning, niggas.
You are now tuned into the Educated Hoodlums podcast. It's Rika Pesos, the boy Casual. We have TJ and Gia.
Hey, y'all.
What's good?
All right, and for those who don't know, please explain what the Educated Hoodlums podcast is.
The Educated Hoodlums podcast is where we talk about things that are overlooked and underaddressed in the black community.
All right, dope. So what are we getting into today?
What we getting into, y'all?
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. Okay.
I sound excited like that was my idea.
All right, so for those who don't know, cancel culture is like a trend now where when somebody does something that's frowned upon or not acceptable in the black community especially, we tend to like cancel them, whether that be muting their music, not supporting their business ventures, that type of thing, like just canceling a person. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think everything it just depends on the situation. I feel like there are some parts of cancel culture that I'm like, yeah, we gotta get on this bandwagon.
See, the fact that you just said it depends is the problem for me.
Yeah.
There's way too many contingencies and factors involved here. It depends on the day, how people feel, who said it first. People are fickle. People cancel people without knowing the root or why they're canceling.
And not only like the motive, it's more or less like a lot of people cancel people based on opinions and not really facts. And that's my issue.
Or worse, jokes.
Yeah.
You would cancel somebody over a joke or something that spreads that's meant to be funny, where there's no fact, is not fact based at all.
I don't know. I feel like that's when it draws the line. Like, comedians are meant, I feel like they're placed on this earth to like bring laughter and light to situations.
Well, who's a comedian now?
I mean, but you just said like a joke. So what's the joke? Who's telling the jokes?
But you're talking about, like, are we talking about actual comedians by profession, or everyone who has social media and can get on there and tell a joke for likes and giggles?
Yeah,
or make a
I
meme.
guess.
You know?
Yeah, or make a meme. And that's like, social media has given us access to each other in a way where like you can't distinguish who's a comedian and who's like being serious. I have a problem with like canceling human beings. You cancel a show, you cancel a credit card or something like that, but to cancel a person, to me it leaves no space for redemption.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I said earlier, it depends, because there's some people that are just really like, we gotta let them go. And I feel like you can't. I think when it comes down to it, if you're not taking accountability for your actions, like, I can be disappointed with you. I can be like, at the end of the day, if it gets to the point where you refuse to take accountability for your actions, that's when we have to cancel you as the person.
But who gets to decide that? And what if I legitimately just didn't do it? So, like, the whole Michael Jackson documentary that they were doing, and then it was revealed later, like, even Oprah had to take down her interviews because it was revealed that they were lying. And we've canceled and written off this individual, and what if they just genuinely didn't do it?
I mean, I don't know. But why is everybody asking me
No,
like
wait,
I'm
it's
supposed to know? I don't know.
Well, no, because I think you seem more for the cancel culture. Me personally, I'm a bit indifferent. I prefer, if you're gonna cancel someone, stand on it in all ways possible. Don't just be someone on Instagram or Twitter or one of these other social media, platforms canceling someone, but yet you live a different way, or you don't. That's not how you feel.
So you're defining a hypocrite.
Oh, definitely.
And I agree with you. I think it needs to be a universal thing. Like, for instance, with the
Keep
R.
that
Kelly
same energy.
With
That's
the R.
all I'm
Kelly
saying.
situation, I think everybody's jumping on this bandwagon of like, we gotta cancel rapists. And I'm like, okay, well, I agree with that, but like, let's keep that same energy when it comes to white people that are still not being called out, especially in the industry. Like,
My issue with that is like, it's similar, like Bill Cosby. We know Bill Cosby is potentially a serial rapist.
Sure.
However, does it negate like the positive things that he has done as well? Because to cancel Bill Cosby, you now have to cancel a different world. You have to cancel the Cosby Show. You have to cancel a lot of his contributions as well. Like, if we're going to cancel somebody, you have to completely cancel them. And so a lot of universities were stripping him of his honorary degrees, but they weren't giving him back his money.
Facts.
I agree with you on that. Like, I think, and that's where everything, like you said, people are fickle, and it just kind of gets, the water is muddy.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want to play R. Kelly's sexual songs. Like I can't listen to any of his sexual music the same, knowing that it's written about adolescence. But
She
I
play
really
Ignition
want.
though.
I really want to play. I wish. I'm not gonna lie.
That's your favorite song, right?
It was my favorite song.
I
And so
see,
it's
yeah.
like when you cancel a person, like you say, you have to cancel their legacy, every contribution they've made. And one, it doesn't leave room for redemption. And two, it's this implication that like, who are we to be holier than thou? Like what you did was so irredeemable, you're canceled.
But my whole thing is too, is there room for redemption? But is he trying to be redeemed? He is sticking by the fact that even though there are legit videos of him peeing on a child, I did not do anything. And that's when I have an issue. Because it's like, are you going to admit that you have an issue? Are you going to admit that there was an error? Own up to that shit. And then like maybe we can talk about redemption once you go to some serious therapy.
But it's also, to me, it's like the baby in bathwater situation. Like, yeah, we can throw out the bathwater. Will I ever go to an R. Kelly concert? Absolutely not. But does he have some inspiring and uplifting music that's not sexual? Absolutely.
But I feel like that's once again going into the hypocrite part. You're talking about hypocrites, but these people were actual hypocrites in their lives, in the way that they walked. You can't sit here and talk about God in one stroke and talk about believing you can fly and you
Why
wish
can't
you
you?
Yeah.
To some extent, if that's the case, then
disgusting.
I mean, honestly, we're all probably hypocrites if we're gonna,
Yeah.
you know, if
I
that's
just
gonna be
think
the
that it's
standard.
just-
Because then by the
I
same
agree to some
token-
extent, but like I cannot sit here and defend this man talking about he believes he can fly and God's trying to tell him something. God should have told you you were a rapist, my nigga.
Okay,
Like what?
So, have you ever gotten intoxicated?
yes.
Drunkenness in the Bible is a sin, so you shouldn't praise God because you sin.
No, I'm not saying it like that, but I'm just saying like I cannot sit here and laugh about how you're inspiring people and touching little boys in the background. It just is, it's gross.
Most people that inspire, mainly artists, whether you're like a singer, rapper, or author, a lot of these people are troubled. And they have these demons and they deal with addiction and all types of weird shit surface at some point.
I saw a meme that said the artist is just the child who survived.
I saw that too, and I kind of rolled my eyes, but I get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that. Like,
I don't agree with that either,
child
because it's
that
like
survived.
not every. I feel like it's so annoying that we're always trying to make it seem like everybody's been through shit. It's like we all go through daily life stuff, but I don't feel like everybody's gone through the fire, through the water, and through the rain.
Oh,
and
big
made
facts.
it.
Name a dope
I'm
artist
not-
who hasn't been through
But
some
I'm not
shit.
absolving anybody from
Not
some shit
some
they do.
shit, but like through, like survived. What did you survive? A broken home? Like a lot of us have gone through stuff like that. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh my god, like.
And it's still surviving. Like, just because it's normalized trauma
Well,
doesn't
then-
mean it's not trauma.
Well, then we survived life. Congratulations. Take a ticket.
I definitely think it's varying degrees of what people went through, because different type of trauma and different things like that, like you're gonna respond to that different than if you went through something, just, you know, if you didn't have a dad in the home versus you getting raped in the home. Like that's gonna affect you different.
But that's what
you
I'm
know?
saying. Like I can say I survived a broken home. Like, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's just so dramatic to say survive. It's just really dramatic. We've all gone through life. Nobody's life is perfect.
So then, does that mean that the name of this, you know, since you're talking about R. Kelly, the documentary was Surviving R.
R.
Kelly?
Kelly.
So do all those people that involved, because I'm sure they all didn't have the same exact experience with this man, does that take anything away from the
I'm not
shit they
saying it
went
should
through?
take anything away from you, but I just feel like to say that all artists are children that survived, is to say that I just think it's a very overly dramatic. Everybody goes through life. I don't think it needs to be such a like, oh, the child that survived. Like, okay, y'all.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that as it pertains to that meme.
Yeah, to that meme. I'm not about to go through everything else now. I feel like with abuse, and especially sexual abuse, because I can only speak to that because I've been sexually abused, I feel like there is a huge trauma, and it doesn't matter how little or how big, like, especially on that platform, I don't know, I can only imagine how those girls must have felt, but like, the piece that is taken from any person that's been sexually abused can be very traumatizing.
I have an unpopular opinion. Towards the end of the docu-series, there were women on there that were like late 20s, early 30s. At what point are we just gonna take accountability for like having consensual sex? Now the minors totally agree, like you're a pedophile. There's no denying that R. Kelly is a pedophile. But the women that were on there that were of age, at what point do we just acknowledge like you had consensual sex?
I mean, but I didn't watch all of the documentary. I will preface by saying that because it triggered the fuck out of me, and I had to like let it go. So I can't even speak to that because I don't know, and I don't know anything about these cases. So it'll be interesting to look on that.
And to her point, I mean, some of these women, especially the ones that, the women that were of age, they made a choice, whether they were sold a dream or whatever the case is.
So what were
that's
they
something
saying?
there is.
So then I can give some kind of
Like they
I don't
were
know.
trapped in his house and he left them alone for days. If he left you alone for days, you could have left.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
not
how
between-
couldn't you get out?
Ooh. Like his wife? Is that what we're getting at?
No,
Like-
not. They were like just women.
Cause
towards
I'm
him.
just saying, like his wife, because
Yeah.
she was a grown woman,
And
she
she's on there
consented.
saying, "I survived."
Then
R.
you got some of these that are now, they still go to bat for this man.
I mean, then let's be very clear.
So
like
then-
the people that go to bat for him are still, they're legal adults. They are still very much young. They're like 19, like they're fresh out.
Listen, when I'm 19, when I was younger than that, again, maybe everyone is different. Everyone's mental capacity is different. It's no way in hell. And I'm speaking from as a man right now, but still, I know what's going on. It's no way in hell some man or anybody, some woman is gonna keep me somewhere that I don't want to be, unforced at that too. Like
and
again,
then leave you alone in that space.
My whole thing is,
I know I can see my
it
house is
sounds
here. I'm
easy.
leaving. I'm going to fuck home.
It sounds easy, like when you're talking about it, but like there are whole cults that are formed, and people genuinely have every right to get up and leave, and they don't.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Oh, here we go. Okay, go ahead.
At some point, we have to give accountability to people. If you're that weak-minded of an individual, maybe you should be canceled.
I mean, and that can be something that you have a popular opinion about, but yet and still it happens. People are weak-minded. Cults get a lot of people every day. Like, you're impressionable, it happens. Like,
I just feel like
I can't defend them because I don't
Yeah,
really, like,
and-
I'm not defending
especially
them. But
our
and not to-
society, we're like we've gotten hella sensitive. Like even with the Me Too movement, again, I have a super unpopular opinion. I respect it. However, there have been instances like with the politician where the woman went to his house, they had sex, she didn't enjoy like I guess what happened after, and then said she felt like taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what my mom was talking to me about with this Bill Cosby case. Like, all of these women knew that they were about to have sex with a married man. Nobody stopped. It didn't stop them until they got drugged. Like, I feel like you knew you were meeting this man at his house by himself at night. What exactly? I'm not saying like you deserve to be drugged and raped, but I'm also saying you had impure intentions to begin with. So that there's my question of like, where's the line? But
You got to distinguish and decipher how much of this shit is accurate, what happened, and people one word versus another. That's what makes this shit unfair to the real victims. And it's hard for us standing, not knowing anything from the outside looking in to say, okay, this person is guilty without knowing all the facts. We can go based upon what's brought to the surface and what's presented to us, and we base our opinions on that. But again, there's so much shit that I refuse. Like, I'm never going to be so staunch in on one side or another until I know exactly what the fuck is going on.
But then that's the thing, you'll never know.
And that's my problem with cancel
That's why
culture.
I'm not canceling somebody
We're
then.
canceling people based on hearsay, one, and then not having all the facts. And people's like lives and livelihoods are being destroyed based on opinion.
Yeah,
What's this point?
like what you were saying about Bill Cosby victims, about them deciding to go there, and before they got drugged, they kind of knew what they was doing. You can also kind of say that about R. Kelly's victims, like even some of.
Not children. I refuse.
R. Kelly been
But-
fucking kids for years.
But at the end of
okay?
the day, when
Then
he's
if we
going
go-
to these high schools and different things like that, like they have to make a choice, to go with this man before he actually,
But they're
controls their
children.
mind or.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's a child. We can't. I'm like that.
They,
Shouldn't
I
be
mean,
touched
they
upon.
are weren't 12.
Yeah, but kids are also very impressionable. Like,
I mean, I do feel like he used his celebrity influence.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
like,
selling
however,
a dream
Yeah.
my thing
to
is,
a 16-year-old,
but there were also instances where people's parents sent them with him.
and that's
So
where
we're
I have an issue
canceling R.
too.
Kelly, then we need to cancel the parents. Realistically,
So, yeah.
excuse me, we need to cancel Aaliyah's parents.
Oh hell yes, I'm with y'all on that. Like, and I'm with you on the other parts of it too. Like, let's be very clear. Parents knew, and I think that's where I've had an issue. But it's like these parents ain't got shit to cancel on. What we were doing, dissing them in the streets.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. A person should be just upon a celebrity though. If you're gonna cancel someone, it just like I don't think that's a fair. I know a lot of things come with the fame and the fortune, but again, All these rules should apply to everybody.
Yeah.
But that's like what the world is versus what it should be, because I feel like accountability should be very much a thing, and I feel like especially in Black culture we like to pick and choose when we give accountability, and so there's that.
I just don't. My biggest thing with the cancel culture is the impact that it has, like just immediately and just down the line. Because as a man, as a Black man especially, like someone could accuse me of anything under the sun. Some girls say I raped her. I'm guilty as fuck right away in the court of public opinion.
Yeah. And
That shit is hard as hell to defend and come back from. Even if you're proven innocent, it's people still, he's a damn rapist.
Exactly.
Like, that's crazy to me. That's scary.
Always
I
gonna be a
think
black
that's
mark.
way bigger than just this though. Like we could talk about like systematic oppression. We could talk about all of these things, like when it comes to demonizing Black men. Like that could be a whole nother podcast.
But the problem is, like, that's what we do with cancel culture. It's like, it's a social lynching, essentially. It's very little evidence. We do it to each other. We're hanging our own out to dry. It's problematic as fuck to me.
I mean, and I get it in some senses, but let me bring up one instance that can maybe like bring light to a different situation. Y'all remember Chrisette Michele?
Yes.
Y'all remember when she got canceled? She got canceled big time for singing at Trump's inauguration.
Yeah.
Versus Travis Green, who also sang at Trump's inauguration and was encouraged. He's a pastor. You know who? Y'all know who?
Yeah, the gospel.
Yeah, he's a
I
gospel.
know.
Yeah, intentional, and yeah. He also sang, and he's not canceled. Where's the outrage with that one? Like, I don't ever hear anybody. Poor Chrisette Michele,
Which
like,
is
she lost her.
my point. Where this cancel shit is usually bullshit. Because it's not consistent enough.
You have to keep that same energy. Travis Green is now like selling out arenas still. Meanwhile, Chrisette Michele struggling to get gigs.
She got dropped by her label. She had
Went into a depression.
Had not abortions, but miscarriages. Like, her whole life basically fell to pieces because of the simple fact that she went and sang at a Trump inauguration.
Right. But again, same thing. Think about other things that we're supposed to be against or cancel or boycott, like the NFL, Super Bowl, shit like that. The people that still perform at these events, they're canceled for a few minutes.
That's
for a few minutes, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And it's back to regular scheduled programming, and then these motherfucking shows sold out. I don't see where's the impact for them.
But
They're not
that's the thing,
feeling it.
like-
They're not feeling like
Travis Scott is still killing
There's
it.
nothing to
on
stop
tour.
it.
Travis
One
Scott
monkey
is,
don't stop the show.
Widely supported by Black people. I don't.
Why isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Why isn't he?
Do you? I don't know. Why are y'all asking me?
I'm just saying, no, he is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you that nigga is.
yeah.
But I went to his concert. I don't know how I ended up there, but nonetheless, I saw a whole bunch of white people banging up against each other at
sure.
that concert. I didn't see Black people, but it wasn't like, I kind of think about him like I think about Kanye. Like, they're kind of like the Black artists that have, people relate them to Black culture, but they're not, I feel like, rooted in that.
Well,
Kanye
well,
canceled.
again, but the point you're making, because
Kanye was canceled.
he had his white fans,
Slavery
because they
was
have
a
white,
choice.
they have
But
a white
that's what I'm saying,
fan
They
base.
have a white fan base, so
And
it's like,
to be successful, honestly, you kind of have to.
It's just
Real,
your fan base
us,
is really-
us,
yeah,
just
it's real
us
broad,
white people,
yeah.
we don't support enough.
but that's, so then there's
And
that.
that's-
But we're the
there's
same
that.
people that cancel our own. We don't support you to begin with enough, and then we cancel you.
Canceling Travis Scott. I never heard about
people
it.
cancel-
And if they
yeah.
did, it's like nobody. No, I didn't support that nigga anyway. Like, I ain't never heard a Travis Scott
But
song
that's
until.
where the problem lies. Like Kaz's point, we already don't support our own enough. And then as soon as they do something that we don't agree with, feel like it's wrong, if we assume they did something wrong, oh, you're canceled.
Out of here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
It's
you definitely
insane.
think it's a Black issue.
It's definitely a Black issue.
For sure.
White people ain't canceling nobody.
Yeah, and
Especially-
they-
especially not their own people.
And they show they
Not their own
got
people.
A whole lot of issues.
And so it's like, why do we do that to each other? Like, we will cancel another Black person so quickly, but like, meanwhile, Gucci is making blackface sweaters.
Ooh, child. But Black people will still go. There's so many layers to this. I feel like when it comes to like Black people supporting Black business, there were several people that still wear Gucci, and it's like, why did Gucci even get this famous off of Black people anyway? They don't like us.
That just goes back to my opening statement where we tend to be fickle, which again is also the reason why I don't agree with this whole cancel culture thing.
Yep.
I personally just said it depended on the specific issue. Like, I feel like even though I may not have every case of R. Kelly's situation, like, I don't know all of the facts, but at the end of the day, there is at least one video that was publicized of him peeing on a child.
Oh,
that's all I
yeah,
needed.
and
Like,
everything depends, on something. But at the end of the day, like in general, like cancel culture is really just based too much off of opinion and just based off popularity.
And bandwagons.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dick
we
riders.
canceling such and such. So like Kodak Black, for example, we should have. To me, if we're gonna cancel him, we should have been canceled him.
what does he do again?
I
know he's a rapper, but,
Kodak,
like,
and I wanna see you win.
I'm not. I
He's a
don't
rapper.
care about the song.
But when
I'm
he
talking
did
about
get canceled,
He
yeah.
does a lot of things.
So he's done a lot of. He has a pending like rape case. He's made ignorant comments about dark skinned women. But as soon as he made like the comment about Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle, now it's cancel him because he said he was gonna give Lauren London like a year or two to grieve, and then he was at her or something like that.
He was what?
Like gonna shoot a shot, basically.
Certain people, again, and this could go back to the thing I probably don't agree with, but I don't give a lot of credence to certain shit. And he's one of those people. Again, he personally doesn't offend me. Like he'll say something, I could disagree with it or say, damn, I wouldn't have done that myself. But come on, like where it come from counts also. Just like you said, it depends on a lot of shit. Him saying some of this stuff, dog, like a dude who honestly I don't think he knows better.
I was gonna say something like, for instance, with Azalea Banks.
So now we're giving passes.
No, I'm not giving a
No,
pass
I
to him.
just feel like
Even
I
with
don't give
Azalea
them a pass at
Banks,
all.
It's like, so do we get canceled passes? Like, oh, they don't know any better, or oh, that's
No.
just such and such. Because like Kanye West to me had started to say and do some real problematic shit, but does he get a pass?
I'm just over.
I don't
it.
give
Like,
passes.
there's-
I just don't think that you should cancel a nigga. Like, find something else to do. Get a point across to them. I think what these people some of them need to know is someone to educate them. They need rehab. They need all types of shit. Icing them out that's not going to solve the problem.
I agree. I've always said, in addition to the fact that R. Kelly does need to go to jail, he does need therapy, like intensive therapy. So it's like,
So does that mean I can play I Wish now?
no, it doesn't.
So I still gotta mute him?
Yeah, you should still mute him. I think so. I don't understand like why we would. I Wish is just such a nice song though.
It is.
It's like damn, cause as much as you liked,
And that's
that
what
song,
stops.
I
That's
like-
what holds everyone back from going through on this cancel stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause
you only gonna
at the end of the
cancel-
day, you step back for a moment and then you're like, yeah, I fuck with this too hard. And
No,
you're
I
not
don't.
thinking about it no
But
more.
I also look at it like
These people
if-
they'll forget you. They didn't cancel somebody. These people.
I look at it like, okay, if I did something morally wrong, does it negate all the good that you've done?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What does everybody
Like
think?
I graduated 5th grade to R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. Does it negate the good that he's done? Same way with Bill Cosby. Does it negate the good?
People
call
only
him by
gonna
his real
cancel
His
what
name
they
is
could do
Bill.
without. That's just it. You're only gonna cancel what you could do without. I mean, like me personally, like with the whole cap thing. I ride with that. I donated, but I'm gonna watch football. I love football.
And you know what?
So
And I don't watch. I can do without football, so I have not watched the NFL game since.
Yeah, I can do without it, but my mama can't, so I watch by default.
I don't watch it. It never comes on my television. But that's a real
See,
point.
this
Like,
is
people
this is
will
a
cancel
conundrum.
what you
See
can
what
do
we got
without.
here.
that's it.
We got. See how we got all of this? Like, I can't.
That's real. I like that. People will cancel what they can do without. So like, I don't have a problem canceling Kodak Black because I don't listen to his shit anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I never
But if
listened
you
to
say-
Kanye for real.
Yeah, I don't like Kanye's new shit.
I love Kanye.
I don't like his new shit.
Not what he do.
But I'm not even
That's why I
gonna
feel
lie.
like people are most vocal. People that come out through say everything with their chest. Well, this doesn't impact me whatsoever. So that nigga, like, that's what I mean. Like, be consistent across the board. I don't agree with the cancel culture thing, but if you're gonna do it, if you are a strong proponent of that thing,
That's why all the broke
Go
people were saying cancel
with it.
Gucci.
Right.
It was a bunch of broke people that never wore Gucci saying, yeah, Gucci's canceled. Okay.
all right.
You didn't buy it anyway.
I never said
don't
nothing about
impact.
Gucci.
It don't impact me in the slightest. Like, they
I didn't
don't
have a
care.
problem canceling Travis Scott. I love that. Like, people will cancel what they can do without.
I agree. For the record, I am canceling all rapists. I don't give a fuck, okay?
As we should, because I don't want to take
Yeah.
anything away from that guy. Like, he is a sick freak.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I'm not gonna take
Don't
anything.
get me wrong. I think R.
Even
Kelly is
what I
a
know-
fucking sicko.
Even though, like,
But I
even
wish
I don't
it's
have
still
all the
a
facts. I don't have all the facts about everything he's done. I'm just based upon what we do know, and which I think we can say with good authority. He's a sick motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I gonna?
R. Kelly been touching kids.
He has. I think it's just really disgusting and says a lot to me about the music industry that he's allowed to continue his career in such a way.
The
Like
music industry, that shit
wouldn't-
is like the fucking Matrix, all fake and
It's
it
Pandora's
is
box.
like
it is, but like it was really annoying when I googled R. Kelly on my playlist, like on my Apple Music. I had to delete so much of my music
Nah,
because
I just had those 2 songs.
because he's produced so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the problem too. So now, like he produced Bump 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 for B2K and a couple others.
he was bum at you.
But it's like, so now we have to then cancel them, take money out of their pocket too because of what he did.
I don't think we need to cancel them. Just cancel the song. Like, not
I mean
that hard.
that's one of the
That's
song
one of their
from-
biggest songs.
Yeah, that royalty,
biggest
that royalties is
That's
something.
For me, my biggest thing is like
That residual income of how people like them continue to eat now.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's when
well,
they say,
I
"Oh, we're not
downloaded
going
it
to
once,
perform it
it'll
no
be
more."
okay, like-
Then I mean, y'all kind of
The Melissa Flores brought them back. It's okay.
song list is dwindling a bit once you take that out.
Yeah.
because the streams is going down.
He had to backtrack and say, okay, well, after this tour, we're not going to perform
This
it
shit.
anymore. Because they know.
They don't see nothing past this tour to be real. That's
Right,
why
I
they
was
said
about to
it.
say, they all going back to their day jobs.
You know.
Raspy going back to China. Like,
My problem is also with it is, you know, you had these songs on your playlist. You didn't know he was a rapist when you had him on, when you had those songs on the playlist?
Yeah, this ain't
Or,
this
or
new.
are you
That's a good
taking them
point.
off now because everybody else is trying to
talking
cancel
about
it?
actually, I started
Like,
to...
you're one of the
No.
culprits.
Yeah,
I actually
because
started to delete his
Everybody
music.
knew he was a rapist.
I started to
It's
delete
like-
his music in Guatemala. Mind you, I keep trying to bring this point back up. We keep bringing up like all of this stuff. I was still very much a child singing "I Believe I Can Fly." Nobody mama told me, baby, R. Kelly peed on a little girl. Like, we were children.
I think you
so-
saw that video when we saw it.
Yeah.
And I don't care how old you was.
You
Something
knew
about
what
that
was
didn't
going on.
it didn't seem right,
You
did
know,
it?
with the,
When he pissed
I
on that
mean-
girl.
I never saw the video.
well, I mean, you
I-
had like
you know how I found out?
Chappelle skits.
I actually
I mean,
heard
yeah.
about it through Chappelle, but I was
Exactly.
like,
So
Chappelle has been a reference for a lot of things that came up today. I've thought about Chappelle on multiple occasions today.
but like really
Doing this.
though, like it took me being in that situation as like I don't even want to say a victim, but like as someone who had
A
been
survivor?
assaulted, a survivor. I don't even like that one,
Now
but
you're more empathetic now because you see what that experience can be.
Yeah, I have. And that was just like, wow, like it did it for me. And I think sometimes, unfortunately, it takes somebody going through something for them to realize like the dynamic of those specific situations.
So these people that are canceling people, you think they all had this
Epiphany.
and like this
Experience.
I
This
mean,
experience,
I
this
don't
moment.
know. I don't think so, but I think hopefully one day maybe somebody else will. Like,
I think it's trendy. R. Kelly been fucking kids. Like, we knew he was
Everybody
sleeping with
knew it.
Aaliyah. Like, I'm still not taking some of the songs he wrote off
Yo,
my playlist. I'm
niggas
sorry.
turned
Will I
they turned the cheek.
completely mute R. Kelly? Yes, I have to mute him, his voice. Okay, fine. I still want to listen to I Wish, but I'm not about to take his whole catalog off in terms of the stuff he's written for other people. They didn't do shit.
if he did background vocals, I still hear you, sir. You gotta go. Like have y'all heard Marvin Sapp's "Listen"? Every little 5 seconds you hear seconds. Yeah, this is R. Kelly.
All right, so this is
So then
when you
what
do
is
this,
the
when you
purpose?
stop, like when you do, like when you sit back and like how do you
This is
feel
like
now?
an interview.
No, how do you?
Everybody's
No,
like-
I want because you have the strongest opinion, which I believe is more for why people are able to cancel people. So that's
This is just one specific instance. I completely disagreed with the Chrisette Michelle canceling.
okay. Yes,
And the
But
Tiger
you like
Woods.
Chrisette Michelle.
I did. I
Okay.
did.
So
Her,
to your
her music
point,
fell off.
Why?
Yes,
And again,
for
since
me.
we mentioned Tiger Woods, and just he's fresh off his Masters victory, first major in
Congratulations.
11 years,
Tiger
first
Woods.
Masters in 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why again did people cancel Tiger Woods?
Apparently he cheated on his wife.
See,
I'm
again,
not canceling nobody for
and
cheating.
niggas cheat every day.
That's your personal business.
You don't can't. The people that's
Niggas cheat every
people
day,
in a
B.
no niggas cheat every day, B. And I ain't gonna say this. I'm not saying it's okay or cool, but these people in the comments, come on.
I mean, but that's just white people saving face. on
Yeah.
that. Because at the end of the day, I don't think any of the black community really cancel them other than, you know, I guess maybe picked at him, like, do memes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't really think that
Listen,
that
if
they
you
cancel
want-
because
When Tiger
everybody
was
still
cheating on
roots
his
for
wife?
Tiger.
Not because of that.
despite
Is if you
whatever.
gonna feel away. Oh yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Hi Tiger. He had the voicemail like Hi, it's Tiger. Like that was crazy. But something that's more tangible, like the fact that he may not identify as much as some of us with being a black person. That doesn't always seem to be a very big deal to everybody.
The thing that really struck me was,
Him cheating on his Russian wife or whatever she was, I don't give a fuck about.
but that's the thing, like, I think in that specific case, I feel like it was just white people ready to crucify the black man. Like, they were probably upset anyways. He's been winning all of their titles, taking all of, quote unquote, their money.
And their
it's
women.
and their women. And he's like, oh yeah, this Negro done effed with some other white women and cheated on his wife. Let's cancel him. That was like an opportunist thing, I felt.
And people ran with it.
And they did run with it.
People, and not our
So it's
people
not
ran with it.
okay for white people to cancel black people, but we can cancel our own people.
See, I feel like this is a loaded question. Like, what do you mean? He cheated on his wife. If a black men cheat on their wives all the damn time. So like, what
That's not a race. That's not race specific.
People cheat.
people cheat, period. Okay, well, my bad. I'm black. I refer to black
Women
people.
cheat,
So men cheat. You're right. So, but I'm just saying, like white people are always when they cancel strong though.
Yeah, because I think when white people cancel, they cancel because it affects their pockets. When black people cancel, they cancel because
We're hurt.
My issue is it seems like it's something to do.
I think it's hurt
for
feelings a lot of times. So like similarly, like you said, you've been bumping R. Kelly knowing he was fucking little girls until it became personal. It's hurt. It's like, I think a lot of times these celebrities are like, they become our martyrs and our sacrifices. So it's like now you've done something hurtful. Cause like I was a huge Kanye fan until he started saying shit like slavery is a choice. And I thought about, damn, college dropout Kanye would have never said that shit. This Kanye, this new Negro with money, it's like, you hurt us. You know what I mean? And I think Van Lathan kind of summarized it best when he was like, I'm hurt by you. And I feel like that's what leads us to cancel people, is like, instead of addressing and acknowledging like, hey, you struck a nerve, I'm hurt, it's like, I'd rather get you completely out, like some healing that we think is going to happen by just getting the problem out.
I want to add a little bit onto that. I feel like it's more so when you're hurt and people don't acknowledge it. Like when I can say I'm hurt by something someone did, and if they apologize for it, that makes it a little bit easier for me to cope with. But there have been several instances in this cancel culture where people are like, I didn't do it, and we know you did it, and they're not taking and like accountability for their actions, or they're just like, I did it and fuck you, I don't care. And that's where I'm like, okay, well, you gotta go.
It seems most of the people, I mean, you could say this, you could attribute this to some type of delusion or something. Some people, I think, in their heart of hearts, they don't think they doing shit wrong.
Yeah, I feel like R. Kelly does not think he's wrong.
Like
That's scary.
Kanye, it is proud, but again, Kanye, I don't think that man thinks he's wrong. And Kanye has been showing signs of it. He's sweat out of narcissism and a lot of other things that are questionable. But I don't think he thinks what he's doing is wrong. And you said that college dropout Kanye wouldn't have said some of the things that this new Kanye is saying. That's also a testament of how people change over time due to the circumstances, their money, and like a lot of things like that. And 50 said something one time that I thought was profound. He said, "Whoever said that money don't change a person, it just didn't make enough."
Money. It didn't make enough money. It has to.
Look at Daniel Caesar.
Did we cancel him too?
Okay, my friends did. Child, we were all up in the DMs talking about him.
Cool. Cancel him. Since we just canceled him.
I mean, I like his music.
Oh, okay. So we're not gonna cancel him because we can't go without it.
I didn't say I was canceling him or not. I just said I like his music.
I think that despite being
He was drunk too.
Yeah, despite being right or wrong, I mean, if he has a perspective on something, then that's his perspective. I don't agree with him at all.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't feel like he should be canceled because of how he feels about a certain thing.
And that's why cancel culture to me is super problematic. It's like it's rooted in this holier than thou sense. Like, who are we to even say somebody's canceled? It's a human being.
I don't know. I just feel like this new age of people has it's just a monster. Social media has created monsters. We're entitled. We think we are holier than thou. Like, we're over here caring more about other people than our own lives, and it's all of it's toxic.
To me, and just live your life. Stop judging people. Leave room for redemption. Hold people accountable, but keep in mind that people are people. We're flawed. We're humans. We'll make mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and add I wish back to my Apple Music.
She said that to say. She said all.
I love how you sounded like you were getting really I don't know. I thought you were going somewhere and then you.
She just summed it up. She surmises just to say.
She's gonna listen.
With all
to
that
I
in
wish.
mind, just so we get this out the way. One monkey don't stop the show.
I mean, for me, I and this is where I've gotten in my personal life as well. It's just like, I can forgive you, but even though the Bible says forgive, it also doesn't give you a blueprint on how to move forward in that situation. So I will forgive anyone for anything, but I will also move forward accordingly. Like, with this whole situation with R. Kelly, he's clearly got issues. I'm going to pray for him. I hope he gets the help he deserves, but I also will never support him as an artist because he's shown no remorse and truly does not believe he's done anything wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. Absolutely.
I would definitely agree with that.
Won't be at his concerts. I'm going to still play I Wish, though.
God bless.
And hopefully,
Godspeed.
Rika don't get kids.
Oh, yeah, wait, we forgot. What y'all humping on?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going to stop you.
Oh, yeah, before we wrap up, y'all thought it was done. This segment, What You Humping On, since it is Hump Day, it's about, what's popular, what you got in your headphones, what are you reading, what movement are you on, what you humping on?
So, I am humping on Anderson .Paak's new project that he recently released. I don't have the name of it. I'm so sorry. He's got a few features. He's got Layla Hathaway, Jasmine Sullivan, Brandy, Smokey Robinson. It's popping, y'all. And it's it's definitely a vibe. Y'all gotta check it out.
Yeah, I tried to listen to his last project and it just wasn't for me. But I'm gonna check that out.
I'm gonna check that one. I said Smokey.
Yeah. For me, I'm listening to Eric Bellinger, The Rebirth 2. I mean, I've been listening to it for a few weeks now. I mean, it's 32 tracks, and I can listen to the whole thing without skipping nothing.
Real rap.
What you humping?
I'm into a bunch of people actually, but namely, I had to look at my own heavy rotation thing right here.
So this is all music.
Yeah, for sure. Mostly, and then especially with the unfortunate recent untimely demise of Nipsey Hussle. Been getting back into that for real, and it was weird because it was wild. Before that, I was on my way to Orlando, and I just played this whole album right before this happened. So, and that has made me go back to TMC and everything like that. So, I mean, rest in peace, Neighborhood Nip.
Yeah. Similarly, I'm definitely humping on the Victory Lap. I've been playing it nonstop. And I've also been just going back and revisiting his interviews. I got onto Nipsey's mind before his music, and so I've been just going back. He dropped some gems and left a hell of a blueprint. So I've been checking
consistent
out
message too for years, way back. I met Nip back in 2009 at our homecoming, Howard. He's been the same type of person, same message, energy. It's been the same, consistent. It's not nothing new. It's unfortunate people don't catch on to the stuff that now after he's gone. But again, that was somebody who stood on what he was talking about. So one time for that.
Yeah, just as much as his music, I've been playing those interviews. Like I said, he left a hell of a blueprint. So this has been the first episode of the Educated Hoodlums podcast. It's your girl Rika Pesos.
Casual.
TJ.
I'm Gia, y'all.
And thank you for listening. Happy Hump Day.
So